We're on the campus of the college football capital of the world. Hi, tennis fans, the Cos here with you. Yes, we are in Tuscaloosa, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, who is about to make tennis history in the Southeast Conference, as both men and women's teams host the Tigers of LSU in a tennis college shootout. Stay with us for the exciting action. Founded in 1831 as Alabama's first public college, the University of Alabama is dedicated to excellence in teaching, research, and service. Alabama ranked 10th in the nation among public universities. The University of Alabama led the nation with a record 10 students named to USA Today's 2010 All-USA College Academic Team. This university has combined the successful balance of being one of the top academic and athletic institutions in the country. Two-time SEC Coach of the Year, Jenny Mines, now in her 16th year as Bama's women's head mentor and ready to battle through the highly competitive Southeast Conference. Well, Jenny, we are making Southeast Conference tennis history today. The men, the women play at the same location, same time. What's that do to the game?
I think it's very exciting for our teams, for our coaching staff, for the fans. I always say that tennis fans are tennis fans. I don't know that they're necessarily men's or women's tennis fans. People just enjoy the sport of tennis, and we've increasingly gotten more fans to our matches, both the men and the women. I think today's going to be electricity. The pep band is coming. LSU coaches are on board. They're excited about the opportunity for all of us to play together. And I just think it's a special day. I wish we could do this more often.
Got a big match today with Bama. What are you looking forward to in this match, Julia?
I'm looking forward to playing with the men. I think it's exciting. It's the first time apparently in the SEC. It's great for college tennis. It's great for our fans, and it's awesome for our players. It makes this electric atmosphere that it gets them inspired. It keeps them going. It keeps them motivated. So I'm looking forward to having a fun day.
First-year Bama men's head coach George Husak, former associate head coach of four-time defending national champion University of Southern California Trojans, was keen about making his SEC mark. Well, George, everybody is so happy to have you in town. You bring Big Ten experience here, Pac-10 experience. What's the difference, or is there a common denominator between those conferences and the SEC?
Well, I'd say the conference as a whole, the SEC is much stronger. But the game, we've got the same lines and the same height on the net and the same ball.
Same score too, I guess.
Same score, and in the end, it's the same game all the way around. So, just really nothing has changed that much in that regard.
George, what can we look forward to in this showdown?
Well, hopefully it's a great competition. Something I've preached to the guys all year is we need to compete.
Coach Brown, we know the rivalry in football between LSU and Bama. What's it like in tennis?
Well, it's become taken on a life of itself in football with both teams challenging for national championships over the last several years. But in the SEC and tennis, there's so much depth, and the teams are so competitive that there's no weekends off, and our rivalry is intense with several teams. But Alabama certainly, amongst our fan base, that even it goes beyond a tennis fan base that kind of is interested at least checking out who wins this match.
On a clear sky but gusty day, the Bama women were the first to cash in with the initial leg of the doubles, as ITA fourth-rated team of exercise science major Marianne McFarland and public relations major Alexa Garachi displayed the aggressive doubles arsenal that has made them one of the best doubles teams in the country. As the Tide took out LSU's Oklahoma State transfer Mary Jemiah and psychology major and five-star recruit Ariel Morton, 8-2. The Crimson Tide men promptly followed suit, grabbing their first fragment of the doubles as number 2 doubles, National Open doubles champion Becker O'Shaughnessy and Estonian Junior Open finalist Daniel Proskura held on with a display of high percentage shot selection and out-finessed two-time national doubles titleist Roger Anderson and national boys 16 doubles champion Tam Trin, 8-6. For fans watching both genders on opposite side of the stadium seats, The question was, who was going to clinch the doubles first? The Tide women were keen about laying claim to the opening lead as Bama's number 2 team, 2003 German Open doubles champion Antonia Fuse and Pacific Northwest Fed Cupper Maya Jensen combined some explosive passing shots and terminating volleys to shut the door on first team All-Louisiana honors member E.B. Wilson and 2012 SEC Community Service Team member Carrie Frankenberger. 8-4, giving Bama a 1-0 lead.
Maya, Tony, somebody had to get it going. You clinched the doubles points. What does that mean for a team to get a 1-love lead going into the singles?
I think it's a huge advantage. Like we always look forward to playing the doubles points. Like one of our main emphasis is to get the doubles point, and so it was big for us today.
Tony, you played a little more with heart than shoulder today. You couldn't get that arm up. What was it like knowing you couldn't go after the big serve, but you found ways to maneuver a sneaky underhand serve out there?
Well, you know, I think especially today and with these windy conditions, it was actually almost an advantage to serve underhand because the wind was carrying the ball. And for many people, they don't really know what to do, so they have to adjust to that different view of ball that's coming from the serve player. And I think it was actually good. Like, it helped us out.
You liked it?
Yeah, it was good. Might do it again.
With the men overhearing the excitement of the women from the south end of the stadium, the adrenaline shifted to the gentlemen as former 69th ranked American junior and mechanical engineering major Stuart Kenyon and number 3-time Cypress Davis Cupper Philippe Sungarides used some penetrating volleys to take out Hungarian national team member Oliver Borzas and management major 4-star recruit Harrison Kennedy. 8-4, putting the Tide guys up 1-0 in the running team score.
Somebody had to get it rolling today. Roll Tide with the doubles. You clinched the doubles. How big was that?
I mean, we both played very well today. We stayed focused throughout the entire match, and we kept talking to each other, and we were both a really good team, and we used every chance we had to break the other guys, and we used our serves as best as we could.
It was an absolute field day for any college tennis junkie, as both men and women were taking their positions on the singles court. Unbashful about finishing first, ITA 36th ranked All-SEC team member Garashi, whose father Fernando also played for the Tide, quickly cashed in with her uncompromising backcourt game for a 6-love 6-2 dividend over Jeremiah, a 5-star blue chipper and former 52nd ranked junior American.
Your daughter Alexa came here when Alabama was kind of a journeyman team in the conference, never high in the country. All of a sudden, they're in the top 5. How exciting is that for you and for Alexa?
Very exciting. You know, when Alexa came here and she chose Alabama, the first few years, everyone was asking her why Alabama. She would say, well, I love football, I love all the things that everyone knows, but the idea that they were ranked in the 40s and today they're 5 or 6, now she doesn't have to answer that question anymore.
The momentum stayed on the female side as University of Alabama third singles player, 77th ITA ranked Jensen, revealed full forward focus and summited effortless tennis, taking care of kinesiology major and ITF circuit competitor Ella Taylor, love and 4. Suddenly, the female Tide was one singles match from clinching this duel. The Tide men were hungry to light up more numbers on their scoreboard. And third singles, ITA number 85 ranked, 5-star recruit, and former top 25 USTA junior player O'Shaughnessy, with some rock-solid groundies, handled former top 50 USTA junior and Texas high school state champion Trin 6-3, 6-4. Giving the Bama fans a highly welcome 2-0 lead. Abruptly, the Bama ball was once again bouncing over to the women's side of the USTA award-winning Alabama Stadium, with ITA number 6 ranked University of Alabama tucking a 3-0 lead in their purse. The finish line was within sight. marketing major, high school All-American, National Honor Society member, 2010 National Open Junior Champ Sabre, demonstrated her composed tennis equanimity, turning away former 34th USTA ranked and Texas High School single finalist Morton, 6-1, 6-2, to clinch the tied match victory as the marching band fired up a Bama victory tune.
What's it mean personally to be the clincher?
Well, honestly, I just go out on the court and work to do my best, and I want to get a point for my team. So being the clincher is nothing more than just helping my team out and winning that one more point. So it was fun today. It was great, but you got to give my team credit. They worked really hard and did a great job. Absolutely,
but isn't it nice when that clincher position does fall on your court?
It is nice, but, I mean, the team did great. Just to get a W up there is great. I mean, if it's me, great. If it's my teammates, fabulous for them. I'm still happy.
There were still a full slate of premier college tennis matches on tap, as the tension was shifting over to the fellas, as the lingering men's matches were all very much still up for grabs. Two-time Texas High School State singles champion Kenyon called upon his huge game and a myriad of weapons to final set whitewash former number 35 USTA ranked number 1 Georgia junior player Kennedy in the first three-setter of the day, 3-6, 2-6, 6-love, presenting Bama a 3-0 advantage. However, the 4 men's remaining singles matches were yet to be claimed. On the women's side, in the yet-to-be-determined fait accompli matches, that's number 6 singles, LSU's Caroline Hudson, a mass communications and business administration major, former 91st USTA ranked junior, was taking back a win to Baton Rouge as she exploited her durable midcourt firearms, triumphing 7-5, 6-3 over former top-ranked Yasmin Iboda, with the scoreboard showing 4-1 for the T-Town ladies. Number 106 ITA ranked, former 17th ranked American junior player Mayneto evinced a broad potpourri of diverse shot selections, dispatching former 5-star 44 USTA ranked Wilson 6-4, 6-1. Today, Bama's number 1 women's player was going the distance as ITA 20th ranked former 8th appraised junior player in the country McFarland, whose 2 sisters played intercollegiate tennis at Florida State and Boise State, put a cap on this overtime battle as she called upon her SEC tenacity and astutely unleashed her midcourt weapons, prevailing 6-7, 6-4, 10-7 to close the book on the ladies' side of the Southeast Conference history-making event. Nevertheless, unfinished business was still on the table for the Tide and Tiger men, with the Tide men steering the 3-0 scoreboard. The Baton Rouge boys needed to pony up to stay alive. LSU's number 4 player Stefan Szynski, former National Australian Boys 16 clay court finalist, 2010 SEC Community Service Team member, was going to keep alive the Bayou Hope with strategically deployed wide angles, stopping 3-time Cypress Davis Cup member Tsonga Ridus 3-6, 6-2, 6-4. The Bama crowd was assembling around the final 3 unredeemed matches. The University of Alabama men were now ahead 3-1. 2012 ITA All-American representative Proscura rose to the occasion to clinch this SEC victory as he used his smooth stroking and immaculate ball contacting to close out his Tiger opponent, Hungarian national team member, ITA 35 career high, Borsos 4-6, 6-4, 6-3 to raise the Bama victory flag in an insurmountable 4-1 determining win.
I don't describe it. I mean, amazing. I mean, I was set for 2 down. It seemed like I'm going to just lose really quickly, but somehow I just came back. I fought my way back, and coach told me, show me what you're made of. And I mean, it's just great. I mean, I came back in the second set and fight my way off in the third. I mean, it's just the greatest feeling in the world right now.
Now, you did it at home. You got a streak going. You beat Arkansas the other day. You knock off LSU. How good does that feel for the team?
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, my freshman, sophomore year, we lost to LSU, and today I clinched against LSU, and all the team played amazing. Every match was so close, and I'm so proud of our team and myself and everyone on the team.
However, there was still much pride and glory left at the number 1 and 5 singles. Two-time Canadian National Junior Singles finalist and three-time National Doubles champion Vieira confidently moved inside the baseline to dictate, defeating National Irish Boy 14 and 16 champion, Sport Commerce Major Mark Botel 7-6, 7-6, adding to the Bama insurmountable 5-1 lead. With early traces of sunset on this historic SEC Tennis Day, total attention shifted to center court for a battle of the number 1 men. The spectators were going to get their money's worth on this one, as it was going OT. ITA 100th ranked management major Batha, whose father was the South African Davis Cupper, prudently combined a beautiful marriage of spins and speeds to outmaneuver and endure 2012 All-SEC freshman team member Simpson 3-6, 7-5, 7-5 to close out a memorable double-gender SEC Western Division face-off.
You're in a position you have not been in before, in the top 5 of the NCAAs, and you got a team that believes that's where they belong.
They do. They believe it. We just talked about it in the locker room. You know, that's been a difference maker because we're not playing our best tennis and we're not firing from all cylinders, not yet.
But you find ways to win.
They find ways to win because they believe they can win, and they believe on the big points, the pivotal points. They're playing on their terms. They're playing with a lot of a steadfast mentality, a lot of fortitude, and they're finding ways. And they're finding ways on difficult days. They're finding ways on windy days. Period. And the other thing that's happening is that we're playing our best tennis at the end of a match. So we start out maybe a little slow, work some, rust off, whatever it is, nerves, but we're finishing strong. We still need to start fast, but we did a better job of it today in the doubles, and we did a really good job in the singles. But we're getting there. Our goal is every match, every week, just to get a little bit better.
Well, George, you're a heavy thinker out there, a real philosopher. And I see you thinking, if you have patience, if you hang in there, it will come. The last 2 matches have really turned around this season and the team's success they're going to have.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be resilient and you got to keep working hard. And I feel like that's what we preach daily, if not hourly, to these guys. So, absolutely.
Well, it was a special day. You shared it with the women. You had the marching band out here. Could it get any better? And it's Sweet Home Alabama right here in the backyard.
No, that and winning helps. That kind of is icing on the cake there. So absolutely, it was a fantastic day. Conditions were brutal, but there was sunshine, and that was good for me. I got a nice little sunburn, so it was great.
Tennis fans, we hope that you enjoyed our visit to the University of Alabama and its men's and women's tennis team. Plan to be with us again. But until then, remember, in tennis scoring, love means nothing, but love of the game means everything. Keep alive your love of the game. Love you, tennis fans, and we'll see you again soon.